Good afternoon. This is Jazz. Happy full moon. It's a full moon in Capricorn today. Full moon is the new moon in Capricorn lunation, but it is a full moon in Cancer. It was exact at 2:22 p.m. this afternoon, so that's just a little bit over 40 minutes from now. So we are like in the full magnitude, the full energy of this full moon release. Now, if you follow the moon for your own healing processes and for helping perhaps your clients or your family heal from different things, you know that at the full moon, this is where we release. At the new moon is where we set the intention and we start working towards a goal. But at the full moon, it's time to celebrate what we've done in the past 2 weeks. And it's also the time to release what no longer is working. So if you can take a breath for a moment and just bring to your mind something that you're really happy, something that you've done in the past 2 weeks, that you've worked towards your goal. What would that be for you? What are you proud of? And I invite you to share that in the comments if you want to, just so that we can all celebrate together. It's so much more fun when we're together celebrating something, right? So put that down in the comments. Hi, Sharon. Good to see you here. So now that you know what you're celebrating, what you're proud of yourself, also note what it is that you're ready to release. What is that prayer in your heart? What is that hurt? What is that pain? What is that I'm so done with it? What is that? And what are you ready to release? Just take a nice deep breath and breathe it out. Now I invite you, now that you know what you are celebrating, what you're releasing, to take some time this afternoon, this weekend, because the energy of the full moons is a few days before and about 2-3 days after the full moon as well. So the whole of today, Saturday, Sunday is a good time to take for this releasing work. Sometimes it needs a little bit more time than just the next 15 minutes or so that we have together, right? But I want to share with you what I've been doing this afternoon and what I'll be continuing to do after this live to release a few of the things that, for myself and for my clients and for you as well, because I always work in my energy field for more than just myself. It's for the whole collective that is seeking for healing through myself as well. So as you've heard a little bit in the intro, I'm using my drum, my boron. So can you see how beautiful it is? This is a Celtic drum. And it's an extra large one, so it has a really big thundering sound as I play it. I'm not an expert drum player at all, but I do like to get into the rhythm, and I find that the vibrations of the drum is especially good for the heart chakra. There's something very primal, right? When you hear the drum, when you hear the beat, it connects you to your own heartbeat, and it connects you to the heartbeat of the earth. And it also modulates your energy, and it modulates your brain waves as well, so that you can go even deeper in some shamanic techniques or some healing techniques when you play with the drum, especially something that is loud like this one. So I like to bring it all over my room, and at times I also like to place it towards me like this and just go like this. And as my body feels a vibration, I know that the vibrations are also received in the chakra centers. Sometimes when I have my clients here in person, I bring the drum over their chakra centers, over their bodies, and it really helps to release any pain, any stress, any blockages. So if you haven't treated yourself to a healing session with me with the drum, I invite you to book a session. So I'll just put my drum aside for now. And Sharon is celebrating rearranging her space and releasing insecurity. Excellent. this is a perfect moon for rearranging the space. So, and you know that when you rearrange something physically, it also rearranges on all the layers of the aura, the emotional, the mental, and the spiritual. That's one of the reasons why Feng Shui work, and the moon in Capricorn is the best time to get organized like that. So great, I'm celebrating that with you, Sharon. It's wonderful. And releasing insecurity, let's do that, celebrating that with you. So the drum is one of my tools. The other things that I'm using today is essential oil, because essential oil, when you breathe it in, the scent goes to the brain, and then it changes again the chemical components, so the hormonal output of your body. So it's really, really great for healing tools. What I'm using today is a blend from doTERRA, and it's called Console. And in that, it's a blend of, there's frankincense, there's sandalwood, there's rose, there's ylang, and I think there's a little bit of lavender as well. And I added a few drops of sage to that. So it's very calming, it's very soothing, and it's a divine feminine scent, I find. So it's perfect for this full moon. The other tools that I have are my crystals, and I love meditating with the crystals because, again, they modulate the vibration so that it's easier for your body to come back in alignment when there's a crystal that anchors that vibration for you. So what to work with on this full moon is the rose quartz. Isn't this a gorgeous piece? I picked this one up in Brazil when I was visiting John of God. So this is a crystal from the Casa, and I find it just fits in the palm of the hand just very, very nicely. And again, when I do some healing sessions, sometimes I lend it to my clients so they can hold it in their hands as well. It reduces stress, and the rose quartz help you connect to self-love, to unconditional love, to forgiveness. And that's what this full moon is about. And the other one that's really nice for today is the orange calcite. So I have two spheres here, round like the moon. So again, really nice to hold in the palm of your hand as you're meditating or receiving a session. And this one, it also helps to ease stress. It helps to release negativity, and it helps you reconnect to more joy. So this is a very delicious, so the feeling that I have as I hold this one is just, it's deliciousness. It's almost like, you know, an orange or a candy. It's just, it's that feeling of deliciousness. So both orbs, kind of gives me googly eyes here, but two orange calcite, two orbs. These two are for sale. So if you do want some help meditating, reconnecting with joy, these two babies are for sale. So the bigger one here, it's $56, but if you want it, I'll let it go for $50. There's no tax. And this one is $35, but I'll let it be adopted for $30. No tax again. So let me know if you want either of these babies. Of course, I will sage them and I will play the drum for them so that when you pick them up, their vibration will be perfect for you. So those are the tools that I'm using in ceremony this afternoon as I connect with the energy of the moon. The other thing that I did connecting with the energy of the moon is that I took a really nice long walk yesterday in the park. I live right across from the St. Lawrence River, so it's just beautiful to connect with nature, to hear the birds, and just to feel the breeze and the freshness around, and to notice what is changing in nature. Even though we are in January, it's still quite mild out there. Although yesterday was the wind was very biting, it was still quite mild. And they brought down the level of the water in the St. Lawrence. And so there's a bed of seaweed that is exposed, and it does smell like the sea. You can smell the seaweed, even if everything is a little bit frozen over. So that was just interesting to connect with the water with like that, with the scent of the seaweed, even if, you know, I'm kind of inland here, I'm nowhere near the sea. But the sea and water, again, that is the element of Cancer. Cancer, it's a full moon in Cancer, so that is the element of water. And water is about healing the emotions. So just noticing as I was walking how strong that element of water was all around me. And the other thing that happened during that walk, I don't know if you noticed that photo that I posted yesterday from my Instagram account, but go take a look at that. I was just walking and I was on my way out of the park, and I suddenly had that feeling that I needed to look up because I was walking where I was stepping, because when there's ice all over the path, you want to see where you're stepping so you don't end up on your bum, right? It happened to me more than once. So I got that winter waddle thing going on quite well, but I had that urge to look up. And as I did, I just saw that scenery, the sunshine coming through, and it was just so beautiful. And I just snapped a picture. And then when I got home, I noticed there was a really nice green, very, very bright orb on the picture. So go take a look at that picture and you'll see that orb. And what I'm finding fascinating with that is that the goddess that I have been calling to walk with me is Goddess Athena. And her color is that bright blue, that bright green. So, you know, nice synchronicity, nice confirmation or validation that Athena is indeed working with me. And there's going to be an invitation coming out very soon if you want to work with me, and we'll go just a very small group and work together in deepening your relationship with Athena, deepening our relationship with our mind, with our mindset, and just so many other things. So walking in nature, again, noticing what's around you, noticing the signs of spirits that are around you. That's also very healing and soothing for the heart chakra. So those are the things that I've been doing to prepare for the full moon today. So I wonder, what have you been doing to prepare for the full moon, if anything? Or does anything that I'm sharing with you is inspiring you? So either drumming, connecting with nature, looking for signs of spirit, working with essential oils, or looking with crystals. Do you have any questions on that? Is that inspiring you to create a ceremony of your own for releasing old emotions and calling in more healing, more kindness, more self-love on this full moon? So let me know in the comments. The other thing, so part of the theme of the Hi Colleen. So for the heart chakra this week, we talked about how ego resistance shows up in the heart chakra. So we saw the different archetypes of the savior archetype and the control freak archetype, right? And one of the things that needs healing when there's imbalance in the heart chakra, when we're operating in either one of these archetypes, is karmic boundaries. At times, especially as healers, we want our hearts to be open to everyone. And then we get hurt. And then we just close off the heart to everyone because we don't know who to trust anymore. So it's important to have karmic boundaries. That's good for healers, but also, you know, for everyone. When we've been hurt, it's so easy to close ourselves off. But then we close ourselves off to so many good things happening in life. So let's reopen the heart with better karmic boundaries. So Sharon is saying that you're going to make some moon water and do a full moon release. That is wonderful. Making moon water, especially on a full moon in Cancer, totally appropriate. When I do moon waters, I don't know if you do the same thing, Sharon, but I often like to put crystals around the bowl where the moon water is, with the crystal points. I don't have the crystal points on my desk, but the crystal points pointing towards the water, and that just helps energize the water with the energy of the crystals as well as with the full moon. So that's and trust and faith. Beautiful, Sharon. So yes, karmic boundaries is one of the key teachings for this month. And as I was taking my walk yesterday with Aphrodite is also very present because I keep saying her name. So there's Athena and Aphrodite. But when I was taking my walk yesterday, that is the one key thing, the key teachings that came to my understanding that needs to be worked on for this month. It's karmic boundaries. And that is about knowing when to be open and also knowing when to say no. Because so many of us, we just don't know how to say no. If we're a healer, we want to heal everyone, and we don't know who to invite in our circle and who to keep outside of our circle. And so boundaries can get kind of cloudy, and then it feels really icky, and it just feels like, it might feel that like spider webs at times, or it might feel like spares. It might feel, especially if you're an empath, you're just picking up stuff from everyone, and that's not healthy, and it's not empowering. It's not good to live like that. So we have to work on our boundaries and our karmic boundaries, especially as an empath. You want to know what is yours and what is not yours, so that you can release everything that is not yours, and that you can change, transform what you can change and transform, right? So those teachings on karmic boundaries, you'll find that in the Moon Healing membership. So take a look at the Facebook page and click on the Learn More button, and that's where I'll be putting the teachings for the karmic healing. All right. I think that's it. I'm not super grounded right now because I've been meditating all the time, but as I'm checking in, those are the teachings that I wanted to share with you. Sharing, you're just learning about them. And Colleen is looking forward to these videos. I'm looking forward to having you on these videos as well. It's always nice to interact with you these ways. So Sharon, you're just learning about crystals. I don't know if you're in the area, but if you're close to Long Sault, I do have a workshop next Saturday on the 18th on how to work with crystals, why they work, and how you can work with them. And we'll do a few very hands-on things with the crystals. And I can talk about moon water, but also healing your crystals. So that's January 18th. So that is next Saturday, next week. It's at the Yurt at Cornerstone Organics. So if you're in the area, I invite you to register for that. I believe it's $40 for the 2-hour workshop from 1:30 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. And you get a crystal kit with that. So just a short, a small crystal kit, but you have one crystal for each chakra. So there are still 5 or 6 spots left, I believe. So I can put the link for that as well in the description once I'm done the live video, so that it's easy for you to sign up, or just send me an email and let me know that you're coming, and you can pay over there at the Yurt instead of doing the payment through the link. So I believe that's it, ladies. Thank you so much for being with me on this full moon. If there's anything that I can do to support you in your healing, remember, I'm just an email away. So just send me an email and I'll let you know how I can best support you in your healing process. Just taking a moment to tune in here, and I'm just feeling some of these emotions that are being released. So please do know that at least for the next half hour, if not more, I will be continuing my meditations and thinking of you as well. So if there's anything that you want healed, just hold that in your heart as well. And know that I will be drumming away, and I have my essential oils, I have my crystals, and just open your heart to receive the healing that is coming your way. So even if you're not watching this live, just know that once you connect with this energy, in the healing space, time is not linear. So there's no past, present, future. There's only the now. So even if you're watching this now and it's not the live, you can still connect to all of this healing energy that I am sending your way. All right. Much love. Big virtual hug to all of you. And I'm wishing you a really healing full moon ceremony tonight. Bye.